So on this project, Active Air are responsible for the air-cooled chillers and the gas-fired boilers, as well as the pumping system and a lot of the secondary pipework. We call it temporary central thermal plant. It's the heart of this whole precinct. So they've provided about 3,000 kilowatts of cooling and 2,000 kilowatts of heating. The actual development cost of this site is around $2 billion. So it's a massive scale project in the heart of Sydney. Being owned by a public company, we've got to go through a tendering process. Active Air were the winning tenderers. They had the best conforming bid.
It was a very tough bid to manage, to think about, but we were extremely positive and very confident with our team of people and expertise that we could put this forward and come out the other side working with the client and have a future relationship.
They were not only the lowest price, but they had all the inclusions we needed. They could meet the timeframes, the deadlines, and some of the more complex parts of this project.
With the timeframe of 2 weeks, of course we could do that. We had it all planned. We had 40-foot semi-trailers lined up, we had cranes lined up, we had the staff lined up. The actual site itself, it was a car park when we arrived, literally. It had a slope at one end on the western end, so when we were placing the equipment, we had to create a levelling system, so we had to go to a lot of extent and again some engineering, put our team together, come out with a satisfying result for us, so that we could provide the client their needs.
We've got an in-house engineering team which is able to design the structure that you see around us, able to size the correct amount of equipment, the flow rates for the pumps and the chilled water, as well as our installation team which is able to run all the pipe work and do everything else that's required to get it operational and functional.
There's a hot and cold water loop around this site that actually provides all these owners with their air conditioning hot and cold, as well as their domestic hot water, and that'll stay there until about November, where our permanent central thermal plant will take over.
The specs and requirements for this particular job, to give you an overview, it was 2,000 kilowatts of hot water and 3,000 kilowatts of chilled water. We've had to design our own electrical distribution for a significant amount of equipment, as well as work with energy companies in providing specific substations for this site.
One of the difficulties we had was we couldn't get permanent gas in time to get this facility up and running. What we had to do was come up with a solution which involved getting some LPG tanks installed down the back. Active Air then had to modify their boilers in a very short amount of time to run on LPG as an alternative to natural gas. And we again got all that done within the program timeframes.
Initial project was scoped for 7 months and extended well past that. We're now just rolling over 12 months.
Originally our equipment was designed for the commissioning of the building. Due to the extension in the length of the project, tenants actually started to move in. This increased the heat load, which meant we had to provide extra capacity. We were able to reconfigure the equipment that we had on site to cater for this need.
With the hot water, we have water coming from the field. It flows into our boiler. The boiler heats it, and then we return the hot water back to the field at the 82 degrees they require. With the chilled water, same principle applies. The chillers do their work at 6 degrees, and then we supply the water back to the field at the nominated 6 degrees.
In this particular project, we've had a dedicated project manager on site as required. We've kept up regular updates with the client, and any challenges that we've faced as you come across in temporary air conditioning requirements, we've met and worked with the client to solve.
One of the keys to the success of this project is understanding the client's needs and working closely with them.
We do provide a genuine and good service to them. Now, a lot of companies can say that, but it really is part of the backbone of our company is to develop long-lasting relationships with our clients.
No matter what time of the day, weekends, weekdays, they've always been here to help us.